Are we moving into a buyer's market? Well, July was the second straight month home prices and number of sales have gone down since the May peak. That being said, we are in the summer market, which tends to be a slower time of the year in real estate. And that's simply because people are at the cottage and at the beach and enjoying the few short months of nice weather that we get here in Canada. So we'll have to really pay attention to what happens in the fall to get a better idea of where the numbers are headed, and if we are indeed heading into a buyer's market. I can tell you, I've been working with buyers through the summer and we have continued to see multiple offer situations. Now, these are on homes that are in the $1 million to $1.2 million range that have been staged nicely, fairly updated, and so attract a large number of viewers because they fall into a category of what a lot of people would like to end up with. With a few of these different buyers, it's taken us a few tries, a few offers to get there, but we eventually got them a home that they wanted. But I am seeing more and more recently that even some of these homes that fit that kind of popular target are not getting the offers they had hoped for. Hey guys, my name is Morgan Little. I'm a realtor here in the Greater Toronto area who, on top of helping clients out there in the field, also tries to provide as much value as I can to viewers and people who are interested in getting into the market, whether buying or selling. If at any time you want to hop on a call, feel free to use the link below and I look forward to chatting. But let's jump into these numbers now and see what's really happening. Please keep in mind, these are macro numbers, meaning all home types across the GTA. And then we'll get a bit more granular and get into a few market segments that I tend to find myself working in. As I mentioned in last month's video, it looked like May was the peak of the year's market, so let's see if that continues to be true. Okay, starting with the average number of sales in July, it was 5,250, which is up 7.8% from 2022, but down a solid amount from 7,481 just last month. The number of new listings in July was 13,712, which is up 11.5% from 2022, but down from 15,865 just last month. That is a fair dip down. Next, we have active listings, which includes the new listings plus the listings that are still on the market and haven't sold yet. This number has been in the 10,000 to 11,000 range over the last number of months, so to see it up to 15,371 is a good indicator that we are moving towards a more balanced market. We've seen such low inventory over the last year or two, it's nice to see some options out there if you're a buyer. And remember, last year we were still in the early stages of the interest rate hike, so there was a lot of uncertainty, which is part of the reason you see the numbers up so much from last year. And it's not to say that there isn't uncertainty currently as we continue to see higher interest rates, but I digress. So the average price of all homes across the entire GTA stood at $1,118,374. That number is up 4.2% from July 2022, but down from last month's $1,182,120. And that same number in May was $1,196,101. So you can definitely see that we are continuing to trend down month over month. The average number of days on market was 17 in July, 19 last year, and 14 in June 2023. So it's in line with the trend of the rest of the numbers. Now let's break it down a little bit more, looking at detached homes here. The average across the GTA was $1,427,257, down from essentially $1,531,000 in June. Now in Toronto, the 416, the average detached went for $1,641,045. Well, in the 905, you know where you are, it was $1,367,718, which is down from over $1.5 million in June. If you're in the market for a semi-detached, the average in Toronto was $1,257,086. But if you're looking to live in the burbs, you'd be looking at an average of $1,007,742. A nice step down, making a total GTA average of $1,101,876. Jumping down to townhomes, the average in the 416 was $1,019,333, and in the surrounding areas, the average townhome went for $940,113, down from almost $980,000 in June. On to condos in Toronto. The average was $753,520, while in the 905 it was $697,393, making a total average across the GTA of $735,171, down just slightly from June. So, all that being said, it's not a very bold prediction to say that we'll likely see more of the same in August. But once we move into September, I am curious to see where those numbers will go, especially if we see any more interest rate hikes. Are you in the market to buy? If so, there could be opportunity for you as a buyer and as we're seemingly moving into a more balanced market. If so, as always, I recommend speaking to a mortgage broker, seeing if you can get a rate hold just in case we see any further increases. I wouldn't be holding out for rates to go down anytime soon. I'm always happy to put you in touch with one of our preferred brokers. Simply book a call using the Calendly link in the description below, and I look forward to discussing your journey. Till then, stay well and stay hungry. Let's go.